Hey guys, this is Bruce, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this real resume. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. I'm going to rearrange this for an entry-level person who has not been having any luck finding a risk management framework job. And I'm gonna analyze it. I'm going to show you why they haven't been able to find it, and hopefully this will help you. This is for people who are trying to get into IT, trying to get in IT security, and are wondering, man, why can't I get a job? I've already posted my resume out there on 10 different sites 100 times or whatever. What's happening? Why can't I get a job here? This is ridiculous. The job market sucks. Why can't I get this? I have certifications. I have a degree maybe. What's going on? Right? Is it me? What's happening? So what I'm gonna do is a live. It's not live. This is recorded, but I'm just gonna go off the top of my head here and explain to you how I would do it. This is how I've been able to do it, and here's what I would do if I was in this position. So first off, this person has risk management framework. They have risk management framework experience, which is awesome. That's incredible. That's really good. That's really great. They have 8 years. Let's just kind of go through it, okay? So accomplished. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I start, you should know I have a full course, full-on course. If you go in the description below, you'll see the link there, and it's free to sign up. You'll see all the free stuff that I put out there from every now and then. In addition to follow me here on YouTube, every now and then I'll put out some stuff that will be helpful to people. All right, let's go. So it says a career summary. I usually do a career summary, but it's very brief, because the reason why I make it extremely brief is because people don't have time to read anymore. That's why people don't read. People don't have time. So I would make this extremely brief. I would just say 8 years. That's why people watch videos. You know, it's just we don't have time anymore. That's why we listen to books. How many times have you had in a day to sit down and just do one thing? You know, it's rare unless somebody's paying you. 8 years of analyst experience with, and I don't know if this is the case, but I'm assuming that it's with public and private sector. We're gonna get down to the bottom. Never lie in your resume, by the way. I usually make this summary very brief. It's just like boom, 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 all my top bullets. 8 years of information security analyst with public and private sector. Make sure everything's spelled correctly as well. Never, ever misspell words on your resume, as I've done. Don't do it. Let's see if he's had any certs or degrees, because we want to put those right on top so they know, hey, you're dealing with a professional. You're dealing with somebody who knows what they're doing. Typing skills, not super relevant. FedRAMP, that's incredible. That's good experience. So look at this person's got a security plus. Look at that. Look at this. He put a cap in progress. See, what I would do is I would say CISSP in progress. That's what I would do, because CISSP is super high level, and everybody's searching for CISSP. So if you're gonna say a high level cert, that's what you put. I guarantee just by doing this in progress. Now, if it's not true, if you're never gonna get a CISSP, don't do it. Don't put this here. CISSP in progress. So tons of people are gonna research this person because I just put this here. And then all of this I would delete. I just put straight bullets, like hard-hitting facts and bullets about what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just gonna put that in italics real quick. 6 years of experience. Okay, yeah, we want to put that too, like 6 years. 6 years of RMF experience. And what else do we want to put in here? Another thing that I do with my resume is the naming. So I'll name it after something I'm gonna get. So let's look at like why isn't this person getting jobs in risk management? They got 6 years risk management framework experience. They put hundreds of resumes out there. What's going on? Well, I can right away I know what the problem is. So the problem is, and I had to talk to this person to figure this out. This person is not a U.S. citizen. So that is a problem with risk management. With certain jobs, you need a clearance. So that means if this person is not a U.S. citizen, they are not eligible to get a clearance, a security clearance. Okay, so that's a showstopper for most things. I guarantee if this person was able to put security, U.S. citizen, or they had a security clearance or security clearance eligible, they would have their door be beaten down by possible employers. So anyway, I would not go for risk management framework jobs. I would go for cyber security. I would say something like a cybersecurity IT. Is kind of redundant. Cybersecurity analyst. That's what I would do. Okay. And the reason why is because risk management is too hard. But the thing is, cybersecurity analyst, a lot of times cybersecurity analyst work requires that you know things like the NIST standard. They require that you know things like FISMA or different laws like that. So cybersecurity analysts are usually consultants for large organizations. So this is what I would do right here. Cybersecurity. And the reason why you put this on top is that you're saying, hey, this is what I am. This is what I'm going for. This is also general enough to where they can put you in many different roles. All right. I would put that as my main thing. So this person's main feature is that they have a bachelor's degree and they have 6 years of risk management framework experience. But here's what we probably want to do. We want to reframe this, okay? Instead of risk management framework, let's put security compliance. Security compliance frameworks, i.e. FedRAMP. I saw that in his resume. FedRAMP, NIST 800, which is RMF, but we'll put that in there just so that we can get that keyword up top. And then I'm sure there's other things, but we'll come back to that. We need this. I'm gonna keep this here just so we can come back to it because there's some stuff in there we need. So let's keep going here. And okay, so another thing I would do is I would rearrange this information. I'm not gonna lie you never lie on your resume, okay? Never do that, because they're gonna call you out. You're just gonna be embarrassed. It's not, even if they hire you, you don't know what you're doing. Don't lie on your resume. Be an asset to an organization, okay? Don't be a hindrance. I mean, it's just not. It's gonna waste your time. It's gonna waste their time. You want to be in a position. You want to be in a place where they want you there, you know what I mean, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to keep you there. That's the kind of organization that you want to be involved with. Now what I'm looking for here is a bullet statement that we can take and massage into something that's more relevant to here's one. Okay, we're gonna take this, we're gonna cut this out, and we're gonna put this on top. What we want to do is we want to focus on cyber security analysis. So they know that this person can do cybersecurity analysis. Now, are we lying? No. Because in risk management framework, that's what you do. You analyze. You're basically a cyber engineer, okay? You're a cybersecurity engineer. Because you have to take different aspects of an organization's IT-enabled infrastructure, and you got to say, okay, how can we have more security here? What are the standards? What does the government want of us, of our organization, to meet their criteria? How can we meet the laws? What do we have to do? What do we have to implement to abide by the laws of privacy, of security, of where do we need to put security at? What do we need to do? What policies do we need to rewrite? That's what you do when you're doing risk management framework. That's one of the main jobs that you do is cybersecurity analysis. That's what this guy is doing. So he can actually do, he can just focus on cybersecurity analyst work. Like the skill set that you require to do risk management framework is actually cybersecurity analyst work, which applies to banks, hospitals, all kinds of giant organizations, Fortune 500 companies need this skill. Okay, because risk management framework is specifically to the government, but the framework, the security compliance and cybersecurity analyst work is done with PCI, which is actually the biggest framework of all. The biggest framework in use all over. Banks and hospitals and everyone uses some sort of PCI. Anywhere you have to run a card, you know, you're gonna have to use PCI. That's why most people use PCI. So if you know risk management framework, you know some PCI. Okay, so what we want to do in this first bullet is say review. We're going to say conduct cyber security analyst. Okay, I'm capitalizing all this. I don't want to capitalize this. We're just going to say cyber security analyst. Cybersecurity analysis of organizations, policies, procedures, and for compliance with applicable standards, and to identify areas of improvement for finding remediation. Boom. There you go. So we're saying, hey, look, this is what I do. So that if a bank sees you, they know that you're not a one-trick pony. You are analyzing the policy of the organization, and then making sure that your organization has the proper security that meets the standards or the policies or whatever. Okay, so that's what one thing that you're doing here. Then he's getting into more specifics here, but you get the idea. You want it to be like, listen, yes, I work for this federal organization, but I can apply my cybersecurity analyst to anything. All right. So you want to target many different organizations. Here's another one: able to analyze, interpret, and apply. Okay, we're gonna take this one, and we're gonna put this up top because we want people to know. Listen, we can do banks, we can do insurance companies, we can do all kinds of stuff. So able to analyze, interpret, and apply. Instead of federal, I already know it's federal. We mentioned federal 100 times in this thing. Let's say able to apply federal, let's say federal, state, and local cybersecurity guidance to customers I would say fit customers' needs, to fit customer needs. I don't know. That's just like semantics at this point. Guidance to fit to customer needs. Able to interpret and apply federal, state, and local cybersecurity guidance. But we want to say what we did, not able to. Of course, they know you're able to do it. What I normally do is say, here's what I did for this organization. I would say something like continuous analysis and interpretation of federal requirements. So I don't know if he did, it was state and federal, but normally it includes that. Federal requirements, federal cybersecurity guidance to customers' needs. So what I'm doing here is I'm going through and I'm making it so that if you're a bank and you happen to be reading this, what you're thinking of is what my organization, which is a bank or a hospital, what do I need? I need someone who can do cybersecurity analysis. And you're saying, hey, listen, I did cybersecurity analysis. As a matter of fact, I conducted cybersecurity analysis of an organization's policies and procedures for compliance with applicable standards for this organization. When they ask you what organization, oh, it was the NSA. I didn't put it in my resume because they don't want, it's NSA. They have a department in San Diego or whatever, right? And I don't know if that's the case. I'm just making shit up. Okay, so so then you say, what I'm doing here is I'm going through his resume and I'm saying, I'm putting it in a journal enough term to know, so they know, listen, I'm a cybersecurity analyst. Here's what I do. And this applies to banks, to all kinds of stuff. Let's go through, let's see if there's any other things we can kind of exploit and show that we know what we're talking about here. I would do the same thing here. All this FISMA, all this stuff is really good. Here's a really, really good one. Look, this is really, really good. I would take this one here because this right here is what a bank, not a bank, yeah, actually this one right here hits banks and healthcare. And the reason why I keep mentioning those is because those are big employers and they pay very well. All right, so we're targeting those people. We're targeting Price Waterhouse, right? They do security and analyst work all over the United States, all over the world, right? That's who we're targeting. They are looking right now for cybersecurity analysts, stuff that you do. So you should be targeting them. So this is for, let's see what you said. You said assisted in development of key security standards and guidelines by performing an in-depth security assessment using frameworks like HIPAA, HITRUST, PCI. So this is really good stuff. So you are familiar with ISO 20. Check this out. Watch this. Watch this. Here's what I would do. So up top here, we're going to put some more skill sets. We're going to say that you are familiar. Oh yeah, we already put it here, didn't we? So as a matter of fact, let's just do this. PCI, DSS, ISO, boom, HIPAA. Let's put HIPAA in here. Hippie. That'll go over well. All right, there you go. Boom. So we're saying we have 6 years of security compliance framework experience. Okay, and then we list all the different frameworks we're experienced with. So we want to be attractive to healthcare industries, insurance industries, security compliance, security analyst companies. So, we're expanding our level here. So look at all this PCI stuff. Look at all of this. This is good stuff. People are looking for this right now. Look at this one. Support risk compliance team. Okay, this one right here I would put right up top. I would put right up. This is really good stuff. This is not just you can't get if you don't have a security clearance. There's a very slim chance you're going to be able to get a risk management framework job. If you're not a U.S. citizen, there's a very slim chance. Really, it's about if you're a U.S. citizen, you can get one because you're eligible for a security clearance. So it's easier for you. If you're not a U.S. citizen, no, it's going to be super hard. It's going to be super hard. It's going to be super rare, even if you have experience, because they have to have security clearances. What happens is the companies, they get these large contracts with the government, federal government. The government says, look, all your employees have to be U.S. citizens because we have this secret clearance. We have the secret data. And only U.S. citizens are supposed to be able to see it. So they're the only ones eligible. So that is what happens. So what we're doing here is we're making it so that we're attractive to other organizations. Now, if we happen to get picked up by a federal agency, great, but that's not our main target. That's essentially what you want to do. that's just some of the changes that I would make. If you want to see more stuff about how I've been able to get all of these different jobs that I talk about week after week, how I know so much, go ahead and sign up for the link below in the description, and that'll tell you like my whole mentality behind this. This is just one slice of what I know, what I do when I'm doing my resumes. And then once I'm complete with this one, what I would do is I would upload it to I would apply to cybersecurity analyst positions that I can do that focus on HIPAA, that focus on PCI, that focus on other standards other than risk management framework, because those also pay pretty good, some of them. Okay, all right, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys on the next one.